This is going to be a quick walkthrough on how to track external clicks via Google Tag Manager. Any external clicks, so in this particular example I'm just tracking a social media click to Facebook. You can set up regex to track any download for your typical file extensions, whether it be your .pdf, etc. Any external click, maps.google would be another common one. Anything that you want to either fire an event in Google Analytics, or you want to fire some sort of proprietary third-party tracking code, you can do so via this method, and I'll specify the rule that I set that's specific to Facebook here, but it could also be customized to fit all social media properties. This is, again, is just a test. You're looking at a rinky-dink WordPress site here. What I'm testing specifically is this link to Facebook, which I'm just going to open a new tab here. Right now it doesn't track anything. All I've done thus far on this rinky-dink site is I have installed Google Tag Manager, so I will prove that right here with this Google Tag Assistant add-on. There we go, Google Tag Manager, Google Analytics. So you will need both of those. You don't necessarily need the Google Analytics unless you want to set this up to track an event, which is specifically what I'm going to do. But again, you can also fire some sort of conversion code, which would just be a different tag, and I'll get into all that when I touch on it, but it's going to be pretty quick. It's a pretty easy setup, which is a fortunate event. So here's my tag. I actually just placed that, so that's why I'm in there. So you can see my existing tags here. The Mail2 click event needs a little bit different setup. So once you're in your container, so again, this is my container for this particular website, which is placed on that rinky-dink, nothing done to it WordPress site. You're going to go to new tag name. We're going to track all external clicks with this because this is going to be a link listener. So let's name this external link listener, because this will tie to all the different rules that we set. Now what we're going to do is event listener, link click listener. So if this was the Mail2 clicks, we would do click listener here. So very important, link click listener. I always do wait for tags. The 2000 millisecond that event is great. Check validation is also good, especially on the form submit listener, which doesn't really apply here, but I would leave it intact. All you need to do is in the right side, plus rule, go ahead and set your all pages rule because you want it to activate on all pages. And then now what we're going to do is we're just setting up the one rule to listen for the Facebook click at this point. If you wanted rules additionally to look for maps.google and you didn't want them to be the same rule to trigger the same event, you would simply make rules for all the different parameters. So create new rule. Again, I went to fire rules plus rule plus add, create new rule name. You'd probably want to do all your social clicks, to be honest, but I'm just going to do Facebook here. What you need to do with this first rule is event, and these little drop downs equals GTM lower score, GTM lower score dot link click. Now all these parameters that Google lays out in terms of what I'm putting here with this GTM link click, they're outlined in Google's what they provide, but this will work, so you don't necessarily need to know why, but that is different if you want to track internal clicks. For example, the Mail2 click is different. So URL contains, we need element URL because this is the outbound URL. For whatever reason it doesn't work with it, just element URL, that's all you need to know. I'm going to go with contains. This is where you can get to where you're a little bit custom. You could always do element URL matches regex if you want to do, again, all the different download extensions, but we're going to do contains, and let's do Facebook. Now you may want to specify facebook.com in case you have some sort of link to another site where it's Facebook in the directory, then all of a sudden you're triggering social conversions and people are just literally clicking outbound links on your site because you do have the all pages rule. That's all we need here. So this is going to trigger the link click event equals on any click with facebook.com. So let's go ahead and save this out. Now we're going to save this external link listener rule. We need to add a new tag. So this new tag is going to fire the Google Analytics event. So we're going to do the Facebook Analytics event. Now if you wanted to fire a proprietary tag, you would do custom HTML tag and you would paste whatever HTML you're provided, which is ultimately going to be a JavaScript that someone provides for you. It'll be their conversion tracking code. But since we're not doing that, what we're going to do is analytics, universal analytics. You're going to need to paste your tracking ID, which actually I don't have handy, so I'm going to go grab that real quick. You see I'm getting all this bogus traffic from this BS domain, either admin, and please don't use this universal UA number here. just don't. I don't use this site for crap, but I don't need your metrics here. So paste that there, your tracking ID UA, whatever your number is, not mine. You don't need to check enable display features. What you do need to check is the event. So category, let's name this social. Action click. Label. For the label, always do element URL for any sort of click. That way you can track a goal at the social and at the click level, and you'll capture all the social clicks because you only get 20 goals per view. And you can also look in your events and see exactly what they clicked. Now, the only rule we need, you don't want all pages because then you're going to get tons of whatever this event is triggered. All you're going to do is your Facebook. So whenever someone initiates that external link click, it's going to trigger this event tag. So save that out. I'm going to go ahead and preview this. You can create version, but I'm just going to preview what I have here in debug mode to show you that it does work. Indeed, what we're looking for is when I just load the page, we want the listener to load, the listener tag to fire, and when I actually click on the link, we want the Facebook Analytics event to fire. The naming conventions are not important at all, so go ahead and refresh this, and you'll see my debug overlay at the bottom if you're not familiar with it. It does increase your page load time in this particular situation substantially. There's the debug. Okay. So just as anticipated, we have our external link click listener because it does have that all page rule. Now whenever I click on my Facebook link here, it should trigger this Facebook Analytics event. So I'm just going to open it in a new tab and bam, Facebook Analytics event. So if I was to go into Google Analytics and look at my real time, which I'm not going to waste your time with, it's going to work. Also, I need to actually create the version and publish this, which I'm not going to do as well. But what you would do at this point, once you verify the tag fires, create version, publish, boom, you're done. That's how you track any external link. I'll go ahead and provide the regex one for the downloads. That would have been a lot to talk through though. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.